The secret side of Times Square. Times Square. To millions, it's flashing billboards, swirling crowds, and endless energy. But beneath the bright lights lies another Times Square, one full of hidden gems and secret places even New Yorkers whisper about. From quiet rooftop bars to mysterious midnight glitches and alleyways rich with history, today we're uncovering 10 secret spots in Times Square that will make you see this iconic landmark like never before. Some of these places are so subtle, so easy to miss, that you might have walked past them dozens of times without realizing. But once you find them, Times Square will never feel the same again. Stick around until number 7, because what happens there at night will give you chills. Let's dive in. 1. The Times Square hum. Did you know Times Square has its own heartbeat? Beneath your feet is the Times Square hum, a secret sound installation by artist Max Neuhaus. Installed in 1977 and almost completely unmarked, this low-frequency vibration thrums through the ground day and night. Stand on this very grate and you'll hear a subtle, almost otherworldly sound that makes the chaos above feel alive. It's not music, it's not machinery. It's art designed to blend into the city's soul. Most visitors never notice it. They walk past distracted, eyes glued to flashing billboards or phone screens. But if you stop and listen, it feels like the city is speaking only to you. Locals call it the whisper of the square, and they're not wrong. Coming up next is a hidden alley where Broadway legends once found refuge from the spotlight. And wait until you hear the stories whispered in its bricks. Have you ever experienced Times Square like this? Comment below if you'd love to find this hum on your next visit. 2. Schubert Alley. Welcome to Schubert Alley, a secret corridor tucked behind the grand theaters of Times Square. It's not just a cut-through, it's a living slice of Broadway history. In the mid-20th century, this narrow alley was where stagehands whispered cues, chorus girls rehearsed last-minute steps, and actors slipped out for a breath of air away from the crowds. Local legend says Marilyn Monroe once wandered here wrapped in a fur coat, laughing with a stagehand on her way to a Broadway debut party. No photos exist, but every brick in this alley seems to hum with stories of the past. Today, Schubert Alley is still a place of quiet reflection in a neighborhood that rarely sleeps. Stand still and you might hear faint music drifting from an open dressing room window. And just ahead, hidden under a subway staircase, is a speakeasy where locals escape the neon chaos. You won't believe where it is. If you're enjoying this secret tour, don't forget to share this video with a friend who loves New York City. 3. See No Evil Pizza, Subway Speakeasy. Beneath Times Square's rush lies See No Evil Pizza, a secret pizzeria and speakeasy hidden in the 50th Street subway station. Blink and you'll miss the small unmarked door. Step inside and it's like entering another world. Exposed brick walls, flickering candles, and a record player spinning vintage jazz. Here locals gather late at night, swapping stories as trains rumble faintly overhead. It's one of those hidden gems in NYC that even the most seasoned travelers rarely stumble upon. But don't get too comfortable. We're heading next to a bar steeped in boxing history and frozen in time. Smash that subscribe button if you're loving these NYC hidden spots. We've got plenty more coming. 4. Jimmy's Corner Boxing Bar. Step inside Jimmy's Corner, a gritty dive bar on 46th Street. Opened in the 1970s by boxing trainer Jimmy Glenn, this spot is a time capsule of New York's golden era. The air smells faintly of aged whiskey and wood polish. The jukebox still hums the same tunes it played decades ago. And plastered on every inch of wall, photos of fighters, some famous, some forgotten, posing with Jimmy after long, bloody nights in the ring. This isn't just a bar, it's a living museum of grit, heart, and history. One regular told me, "You come for the drinks, but you stay for the soul." And now let's trade grit for tranquility. A hidden waterfall oasis awaits, just blocks from Times Square's chaos. Which of these hidden places would you visit first? Tell us in the comments below. 5. Greenacre Park, Midtown's hidden oasis. This is Greenacre Park, a serene oasis tucked away in Midtown Manhattan. Hidden between towering skyscrapers, this tiny park is a welcome retreat from the square's sensory overload. The sound of falling water drowns out car horns. Birds flit between branches. It feels like stepping into another world, if only for a moment. Writers and dreamers come here to sketch, journal, or just breathe. It's one of those secret places in NYC that reminds you why we crave moments of stillness. But just as beauty rises above ground, it also hides beneath it. Follow me underground to uncover an art gallery travelers rarely see. Don't forget to hit like if you're enjoying these secret spots and want more hidden NYC adventures. 6. Mosaic art in Port Authority Station. Even in transit, Times Square hides beauty. At Port Authority, vibrant mosaics like Commuter's Lament and Nick Cave's Sound Suits transform the underground into a hidden art gallery. Every tile whispers a story of busy commuters, stolen glances, and moments that slip by unnoticed. You might never look at your subway ride the same way again. But what happens above ground at 2:47 a.m. is stranger than any mosaic. It's a midnight glitch that's baffled locals for years. If you've seen NYC subway art that amazed you, share your favorite in the comments. 7. The Midnight Glitch Billboard. Every night at exactly 2:47 a.m., a single billboard in Times Square glitches and goes dark. For 10 seconds, the electric glow vanishes, leaving an eerie void in the city's brightest corner. Is it maintenance? A glitch? Or a hidden tribute to the blackout of 1977? Locals call it the ghost billboard. Witness it, and you'll never see Times Square the same way. Beneath your feet, though, there's poetry waiting to be discovered. Tiny bronze plaques that most visitors never notice. Would you stay up to see the glitch? Smash that like button if you're intrigued. 8. Moments of pause. Sidewalk plaques. Scattered across Times Square's sidewalks are small bronze plaques, each etched with poetry and prose, collectively called moments of pause. These literary treasures were installed as part of public art efforts to make even the busiest streets a place of reflection. Some quote local writers, others capture fleeting moments. A commuter's sigh, a phone call that changed a life, or a line of poetry that tugs at your heart. Most people walk over them without realizing they're there. But those who stop, even for a moment, find themselves caught in an intimate exchange with the city itself. Locals say finding one of these plaques is like catching the city whispering to you. On rainy nights, the words glisten as though Times Square itself is inviting you to slow down and notice. And now let's ascend to a rooftop where the city's hum feels almost sacred. Have you ever found a hidden plaque in NYC? Comment with the most surprising place you've spotted poetry. 9. Rooftop Whisper Deck. Hidden above the neon chaos is a whisper deck, a rooftop haven with an unmarked elevator. Here the skyline stretches endlessly, and Times Square's roar becomes a soft hum. Few know about this spot, but those who do call it the most peaceful corner of Manhattan. If this rooftop view stole your heart, share this video with someone you'd watch the sunset here with. 10. Rainwater Mirror. Neon Reflections. After a rainstorm, a forgotten sidewalk grate becomes a mirror. Neon lights from above reflect perfectly, flipping Times Square upside down. For just a moment, the chaos transforms into a shimmering dream. It's fleeting, but those who see it never forget it. Would you wait for the rain just to see this hidden beauty? Hit subscribe and join our community of explorers uncovering NYC's secrets. These hidden gems in Times Square prove there's more to New York's heart than meets the eye. Which secret would you visit first? Tell us in the comments below. And if number 7 gave you goosebumps, hit like, subscribe, and join us for our next episode, exploring Grand Central's hidden passageways.